I'm Bri Chesler, and I'm from Seattle, Washington. This is my first solo exhibition hosted by a museum. So the Museum of Glass put a lot of faith into my ability to pull this off and do a full-on installation in their space. What makes it special is not only that it's an institution founded in glass as a medium, but the fact that they were willing to allow me to push the medium to the limit and put it outside of the box of tradition. And so by using glass in all of its mediums, all of its ways of manipulating it, so neon, kiln form glass, casting, hot chop, flame working, I integrate everything and really highlight the ways that the material acts when it's caught in like an unorthodox moment. I saw my residency with the Museum of Glass Hot Shop team as an opportunity to expand my studio practice a step further. So I focused on making really detailed glass elements that will act as the central components for larger installation work. And that series, I'm pushing in a direction where it actually is more physically kinetic and interacts with the audience. So a lot of it will be hooked up to proximity sensors and motion sensors that detect the presence of the audience and react to them. So when you initially walk into the space, the work will remain static and it will become alive as you walk through and engage with each individual piece. In a way, all of the work in here speaks to that, speaks to how I use the medium and how I highlight it in different ways. I would say specifically the things that people don't recognize as glass usually are. So I think that's kind of a fun play on the material, is sometimes I hide its identity and it really makes people question what it is. The aesthetic that I put onto my work that has that kind of whimsical, it could look childlike, or it could look like pre-teeny a little bit sometimes. I do that intentionally as a distraction to the audience. So it is meant to lure you in, kind of like a sugar-coated candy that's sour inside. You're gonna walk into this space kind of mesmerized and excited, but if you spend time with the work, you start to reveal these darker layers and complexities that make up the bigger picture. For me, the future of my career, what I really wanna do is have a solo exhibition at the Guggenheim and be a Guggenheim Fellow. I really wanna bring glass to an arena in the art world where it's not just isolated as a craft medium and as a medium that's seen as this delicate and fragile kind of material. I really want to amplify and show off the qualities of glass that speak to that kind of gestural, emotional narrative that you can really capture. And I feel like the art world hasn't really given glass that opportunity yet. There hasn't been that many people that have pushed outside of making a beautiful object. And so that's really what I'm focused on doing as far as advancing the material as I grow my practice. So my hope is just to make my work more and more interactive, to the point where it can't be ignored. You have to have an encounter with it, and it's just close enough to living where it has a fantastical kind of energy to it. But I still think that I'll always draw from my personal experiences when it comes to concepts and the ideas that kind of underpin the work.